Good evening and salutations, my YNR fans. Let me just adjust this a little bit more. We're gonna start off with Amanda and Devon. I swear. Here's the thing. I like Devon, but I feel like this dude is just being extremely delusional. If he honestly think that he's going to just talk his way out of this woman is already packing her bags, and he's like, "Oh, I don't really like to see you pack and stuff, bro." I don't think that she likes seeing you knock boots with another woman. Like, I don't understand that. Like, the fact that you came out your mouth and said that, and he's not there trying to stop her. He's like, no, can we just sit there and just talk about this? Talk? I don't understand that. On what planet do you feel that you're going to talk this woman out of leaving after she just saw you with another woman half naked? What? I don't, I don't get that level of delusion. Not from a grown ass man who is. I don't get that. But he, she's trying to explain to him that these feelings didn't come out of nowhere. You had these feelings for a while, and she's like, I'm not sitting there blaming myself for you just deciding to do the crap that you did, but maybe while she was gone, you know, something just clicked, and it was just the right time to act. He tries to deny it. We're just friends, this, that, and the third. And, at the end of it, she's like, yo, listen, just go in another room, let me finish packing, and whatever I miss, I'll just send for it. And he walks in the other room and he starts crying. I was just like, bro, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Are those tears coming out of your eyes? I just couldn't, I couldn't believe it. I could not understand it. And it was, more hilarious than anything else. Sit there and watch. And this is where we're going to get to the other part, okay? Because you got Abby that's talking to Mariah. And she, in the beginning, she starts talking about Chance and was like, so you going to come clean? You gonna tell him? You gonna sit there and tell Mariah why you're upset? Because all she said was, "Oh, Chance is out there on another stakeout," and Mariah's not there making it seem like, "Oh well, with Ray and this, that, and the third, and with Tess," and you're basically, she has this thing in her head where it's like it's Chance that's the problem. Chance is the one that's causing the relation, that's causing a strain in their marriage, and she was like, "No, it's me." Okay, cool. So now you're gonna sit there and tell the truth of why, he decided to not come home and not deal with you. But she doesn't. She doesn't at all. She skirts around it. And Chance is not there talking to Sharon. And I'm gonna be honest, I was just like, this almost seems like a somewhat of a waste of a scene. Because he's talking about her, he's talking about his relationship, but he's not talking about what's really going on. He's not talking about why he's upset, why he decided not to come home. What is this whole thing with um with her? He's not saying it. So she's giving advice and talking about perspective, and all of it really doesn't matter because at the end of it, if he would have said, you know what, the reason why I didn't come home, the reason why I'm actually so stressed out is because well, how do I put it? I saw her sitting there knocking boots with another man. Then the whole perspective, the whole conversation would have changed. But he didn't say that. Now, maybe he wanted to be respectful. I don't know. But he didn't say it, so the conversation just seemed like it was pointless to me. But he does get back to the house. Mariah leaves. And her delusional ass is like, can't we sit there and just talk this? Just talk about it and work this out and just move past it? How are you going to... I don't understand on what level of stupidity do these two idiots think that if they just talk about it, they just talk about their little thing, they could just work it out. He's just gonna sit there and just get past the fact that he just saw you half naked with another man. Yeah, that's totally gonna work out. can we just move past this? And I'm just like, oh, this chick is serious. And you know the sad part is that yes, it's a soap opera, okay, but there are real people out there that sleep with somebody else. They come crying and tearing and all that other stuff, and they want to sit there and look this person in the face like, can we just move past it? Can we find a way? Can you just find a way to forgive me? Now, I know some people can do it. They got counseling and stuff like that, but I feel like there's certain lines that when you cross them, it doesn't matter what you say, or the romantic gestures in the world, or the money in the world. Okay, I can't sit there and say that, but um, there's pretty much nothing you can do that's going to get this person to ever trust you again. And for the people that can get past that, bless your hearts. I ain't knocking you. I'm just saying the most people can't get past that. So, when he was sitting there saying, I'm not the guy for you, Divine is, and it's done and it's over. At first, he was sitting there saying, well, I'm not the guy for you. I'm never gonna fit that role. It seemed like Divine is more your type or whatever. I was like, wow, bro, you're being generous. You are being generous because let's just be very clear. I mean, I know that they have a son together, but I would have been calling that woman every name in the book. I would have been so angry. I would just start making up words. I would just start making up names. I might have used a fake. Hmm, I couldn't go the route that he went. But then she tried to start talking. He was like, "No, it's over. It's done. It's a wrap." I sat there. I was like, "Yeah, we're not sugarcoating. We're done. Donezo. That's it." She stood there, that stupid ass look on her face, like she couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe that you imploded your marriage by sleeping with another man. You couldn't. It just the dots weren't connected. The two idiots. Now let's talk about the loser club for a minute, okay? The three gal pals got clearly nothing else going on. They're sad, little miserable lives, but to sit there and talk about Tucker and Diane. And when Ashley was sitting there giving the two ladies, more stuff that Tucker was, giving them about evidence about Diane, or just more juicy stuff about Diane. They were all giddy and laughing and smiling. You should have saw the look on Nikki's. I mean, if you saw the look on Nikki's face, it was like, wow. So this is what happens in your marriage when you're not knocking boots anymore. You just need something else to keep that keep it interesting. Phyllis, you are Ashley. I don't know about you. Uh, you actually got it going on. I don't know what you doing. I don't know what your issue is. You got work. Oh, you don't got a man. Never mind. You don't got a man. And Phyllis don't got a man. And Nikki, y'all just ain't knocking boots anymore. That's clearly what that is, because it's not like. Anyway, long story short, they decided to come up with a plan to run Diane out of town, because why not at this point? Like, well, Jeremy Starks is going to be getting out soon, and they plan on using Jeremy Starks to scare Diane out of town. Because why not at this point? And I guess when that works or whatever, they'll go back to their youth. They'll go back to their boring, pathetic lives. That was really sad. It's like, Diane is actually giving them stuff to do. Is getting them a purpose in their miserable little sad lives, and they're just like, oh man, this is so great. And it's like, you realize that the only reason why y'all idiots actually got out of bed. Because let's be honest, both of y'all come for money. I don't know about Phyllis, but both of y'all come for money. The reason why I actually got together, real tea time or whatever, is because Diane gave y'all something to do. Y'all should be thanking this for me. Y'all should be sending her flowers at this point. And Diane decides to take this weird approach with Kyle as far as, oh, I don't like your tone, and I feel like I'm being under a microscope. I feel like I'm being looked at and judged and this, that, and the third, and I should just laugh, and I'm so tired of it. I was like, whoa, let me get this straight. You're gonna sit there and get mad at Kyle, who I don't even like, by the way. I got nothing against him. He's just boring as hell. You know, Kyle was like, yo, listen, you're gonna have to forgive me for me being a little suspicious of you since you just dropped the bomb not that long ago, and I just forgave you. So when you're saying, "Oh, I got something to tell you," he's like, "All right, what is it now? What did you expect him to sit there and say? I don't like your tone." I'm like, is there something in the water, Genoa City? Because y'all just, I don't, I don't understand it. So after that, Diane goes on about the three ladies, not Diane, Phyllis, Nikki, and Ashley. They're just like, you're constantly gunning for me, and since Jeremy's getting out of prison, you know they're going to sit there and try to get some sort of information from him. But Carl's like, listen, whatever they're going to do, I feel like maybe at this point, the statute of limitations or whatever may be up. So you're probably in the clear. Don't worry about it. Like we're habits. We're going to sit there and protect our own. You don't gotta sweat it at this point. Just chill, relax, and just keep living your life and let them keep sitting there living. Because they got Diane on the brain. Diane is living rent free in all three of their heads. And also, she's worried about Jeremy Starks because she was the one that did turn on him. And she's like, well, Jeremy gets out of prison, he's going to want revenge. Now, with that being said, Kyle's like, I don't need you to sit there running. But I'm like, maybe running may not be such a bad idea. I mean, if this guy's gunning after you, he's going to sit there and find a way to. You're putting your family in jeopardy if this guy does decide to come at you. Like maybe going to L.A. You can be Foresters, Logans, take your pick. Spencers, take your pick. Let Jeremy be somebody else's problem. Okay, let that happen. And of course, Summer and Jack are talking, and well, not of course Summer and Jack, but Summer and Jack are talking. Of course, Summer's not there whining about Diane. I don't trust her, and she's gonna find a way to hurt Kyle, and Kyle feels like he's incomplete. He feels like he's more complete than he has his mother back. I was like, well, of course he does. Like, what kind of stupid question? What kind of stupid statement is that? It's just her whining about Diane, and she's like, well, what are your take on Diane? Why does it matter what Jack's take on Diane is? It's not going to change your feelings on it. You're still going to sit there and have mistrust. Now, one of the things um, that Diane was saying was like, yo, don't tell Summer, because if Phyllis finds out, she's going to use it. And Summer's going to be in a compromising position where, she's going to feel like she's either going to have to betray her mother or betray me and by extension you, because you don't want this information to get out. So right now, don't say anything. So at this point, you look at this and be like, even if she's not doing it intentionally, she's causing issues in the marriage. Now, Kyle has to sit there and keep a secret from his wife. You don't start keeping secrets from your spouse, because even if it's one of those things where it's like it's not their story to tell, it doesn't mitigate the damage when somebody, when someone finds out, how come you didn't tell me this? You should have told me. Because that's the first thing that's going to come out of her mouth. He's not going to sit there and be like, well, I understand Diane put you in a difficult position and, you know, that is your mother, so I can understand. No. I feel like she's going to be like, you should have told me. I can't believe you didn't tell me. You kept secrecy. This is why I didn't want Diane. This is going to validate her whine fest, her nest complaining fest. That I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to not hear, but well, I guess there is the fast forward button for a reason, so there's that. And of course, when they're arguing, with Kyle and Summer, I mean Kyle and Diane are arguing. Jack and Summer come in. And they're like, "Yo, what's going on?" And Diane leaves. But of course, she gets a text from the ladies, the gal pals, and they're like, "Yo, listen, we want to see you." So the sad part is that with Phyllis is that she doesn't. Phyllis and Ashley think that what they're doing is in the long run is going to protect Kyle and Summer. Okay, that's what they feel like. They don't understand that by them going after Diane, by extension, they're all family. I mean, they're all connected in some sort of way. So there is going to be fallout with Kyle. There's going to be fallout with Harrison. They don't get that because they don't want to see that. Their vendetta against this woman is way too powerful. Now I know some people have been watching this from jump will sit there and look at me and be like, well, Diane is this and Diane did that and Diane did this and Diane did that. I'm not sitting there trying to brush that aside because people have been watching this longer than me. There's a history. There is a certain level of emotion. Okay? There's a certain level of emotion. I don't want people to sit there and think when you're watching this that it goes unnoticed. I'll put it like this. General Hospital. Sonny used to go at there used to be a thing with Sonny, the guy named Alcazar, which was among my favorite bad guys on there, besides Harry Jacks. So that used to be a thing for a hot minute, right? If he came back and Sonny was very mistrusting of him, it's like, yo, listen, you need to go. I need to sit there and take you out. You did a lot of bad stuff. We got history. And I'm sitting there talking about, like, I understand why Sonny is coming from. I get where Sonny's coming from because I watched it back then. I can hear about it, and it's one thing, but actually watching it, there's a certain emotion that's attached to the history. So with Diane, some people are, I understand when some people are like, listen, Diane did a lot of bad things. She hurt a lot of people. She caused a lot of misery and a lot of hurt and a lot of pain to people. And so I understand that when I'm talking about it now, and I'm like, Diane didn't really do anything now. But Diane did stuff way back then. I get it. I understand it. It's not like I'm simply trying to play devil's advocate, but I understand where people are coming from. But I have a different perspective because I'm not, what I'm saying? Like, I didn't watch it from back then. So my perspective is going to be different. And that's just how I see it. Just make sure that I touched on everything. Anyway, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't really think of anything else that happened. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.